At what point in your college career did you really start thinking about a career, a lifelong career, something to do? At what point were you thinking about it freshman year? I know I was freshman year, business, 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 and then I started taking class. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing business. So I really had to change the way I thought about my future and my career.
Question, but it sort of ties into the first question too. I was going to say that for me it was about finding where I belonged, and because at first my freshman year I wanted to do environmental science, and I struggled with science classes, and it wasn't until I came here and I took an anthropology course that I realized that's where I belong, and that's when like college started getting like fun for me, and I really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed classes and all the classes that I took. But honestly, I've had so many different ideas about my career, like then they've changed so
I
much.
changed my major 4 times. So freshman year was a little bit crazy. I started out here as an international business major because most family members had done business, so I was just, for sure, that's what I was going to do. And I began taking science courses, but then I still wasn't sure, so I did international studies for a semester. And then decided I wanted to do pre-med, then I took psychology classes, and it still wasn't, I knew it wasn't my thing, so I switched over to biology and never turned back. I loved it. And so it was one of those things, like I kind of did the opposite of what a lot of people do. I just was filling it out, and I was still not sure until after sophomore year I wanted to do medicine.
Right.
And
So what minor did you have that went along with your biology degree?
I did a related science minor, and
okay.
I did it with a year of biochemistry.
Wow.
And so it was great though, because it's really tied in and contributed to my medicine and what I want to practice later on. So I feel like my major has definitely aided in my way of getting to medicine. It wasn't me having to take additional courses. I felt like I was competent as an applicant for
I
medicine.
think general education classes, you're getting a broad spectrum of different disciplines. Do you think that helped you decide what you liked and what you didn't like? I mean, you might have taken an anthropology course to fulfill a general education requirement. And sometimes students say, these courses are a waste of time, they're not in my field, and I don't want to take them. But, you might find out that you like something. How long did you know that you were going to do?
The beautiful thing about college is that you can tailor it to you. I'm a music major. I came in knowing that that's what I wanted to do, but I concentrated in performance. It wasn't until my junior year to where I took a vocal pedagogy class, learning how everything worked, as far as like the voice and everything, and then I was required to teach somebody. So I didn't know anything about teaching. I found out that I really enjoyed it,
awesome.
and I would have never known that had I not taken that class. So, found something else that I'm passionate about, and something else that, potentially could be another career choice for me as far as the music aspect goes. So,
Awesome.
I just encourage students to, explore different things that they wouldn't normally think about and just try it.
Right.
Yeah.
Change 2, 3, and 4
Yeah.
times and really do explore. Do you think that was part of what helped drive you? Because from what I'm hearing, everybody sort of, when they found the thing that worked for them, that pulled them through. So in a sense, you didn't have that exact experience. You did learn sort of a breadth as you went through it. But was that part of the passion and knowing what you want to do? Is that what helped bring you here to graduation?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a very driven person. I want to get things done
Yeah.
and very self-determined. So I really believe that. I mean, that's just my personality. I know that's not everybody. So I know that that's what helped me. I think going back to what you were talking about, seniors that get to senior year and they don't know how to study still, I think it comes to that. Like they have to want it, and they have to want to succeed. Like I feel like a lot of times students wait for it to fall into their lap almost. Like, here's how you study. This is the perfect idea.
And it's some instruction on how to study at any point during your 4 years? Or would that have helped you, or this doesn't
you
work?
fail if you
This
don't
doesn't
study
work,
it.
this
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
work.
right. You have to
But you
kinda-
know, sometimes you have to take different notes for different teachers.
Right.
And it takes you sometimes I think it took me until my junior year till I figured out there was a strategy to getting to know my professor and how to take notes and how to study for their tests, because I studied differently for different teachers in different disciplines. So, I think that realizing that for a student, did that happen to you all? Did it take you a while to figure out maybe how to
I
study for
think it was all
different?
about figuring out what works for me personally.
And could you expand on that? What works for you?
Well, just using your class for an example, you give out the in physical anthropology the notebook
Mhm.
ahead of time, and I didn't get that, and nobody understood why. I didn't use the notebook, and I write down everything that I can remember. You say I write it down because that's what works.
Either, I guess maybe auditorily, if I have to really listen to what the professor's saying in order to absorb it. If I'm spending all my time writing every word, then I won't catch half of what he or she is saying. So I mean, so it's another thing you really have to kind of know
Personal,
yourself.
right.
Really know what works best for your brain and absorbing information. So.
Yeah.